Hello, everyone. My name is Laura Paoli. I am going to be presenting Chapter 10, Power, Influence, and Politics. The learning objectives for this chapter are explain the difference between position and personal power, explain which types of power are most effective, describe what you can do to increase your power in an organization, explain how involvement and empowerment differ, describe how organizational subunits gain power, describe which influence tactics are the most and least effective, use the 6 primary upward influence tactics, describe which upward influence style is the most and least effective, describe some of the factors that influence political behaviors in organizations, explain why impression management is relevant to power, influence, and politics. Power. Power, position power. Position power is the degree of influence someone has based on that person's position. Legitimate power. Legitimate power is the power that someone has in a managerial position. Reward power. Reward power is the power position that utilizes rewards to motivate and influence others. Coercive power is the use of fear of punishment to influence the desired behavior or actions. Personal power is built on the individual's personal characteristics and personal influence regardless of their job title or position. Expert power is formulated from an individual's knowledge and experience and their expertise. Informational power is a person's control and access to information that others might not be pertinent to. Referent power is a personal power that stems from a manager's attractiveness and charisma that influences others to admire and respect them. Persuasive power is a person's ability to use facts to logically influence others to be persuaded. Abusive power is the act of using any power to harm, exploit, or take advantage of someone else, or to influence someone to do something that they may regret later. Empowerment is when power is shared with employees and they are given the ability and the authority to make some decisions within the organization. How subunits obtain power. Resource scarcity. Resource scarcity is when resources are scarce and limited. Centrality is when subunits are central to the point that they influence other subunits. Substitutability is when a subunit's power is reduced to the point that others internally and externally in the organization may perform the responsibility. Influence. Influence is the ability to sway or motivate a person in your favor. Influence is often more beneficial than power. People who are influential have power, but not all people who have power have influence. Influence tactics. Influence tactics is how people perform and use their power to influence and affect others' behavior. Persuasion skills are the different methods and skills that someone uses to influence the actions or behaviors of others. Upward influence. Upward influence is the influence that employees have on their superiors. There are 6 upward influence tactics. Ingratiation, which involves using friendliness and flattery to influence your supervisor. Exchange, which uses rewards and trading favors to gain influence. Rationality involves using reasoning, facts, and logic. Assertiveness requires using aggression or giving direct orders. Coalition formation involves getting other members to help in a united front. Upward appeals. Upward appeals involve using formal or informal pleas to the organization for assistance or intervention. Upward influence styles. There are 4 upward influence styles. Shotgun. The shotgun style utilizes the most assertiveness and influential bargaining. Tactician. The tactician style uses a moderate amount of influence and incorporates logic and reason. Bystander. The bystander method uses very little influence and generally has little organizational power. Ingratiator. The ingratiator style essentially uses friendliness as a means to influence others. Organizational politics. Organizational politics are the social influences that aspire to provide rewards that will assist in promoting and protecting the best interest of the organization. Impression management. Impression management is a method of portraying a specific image so that others will form a desired impression of us. Self-monitoring. Self-monitoring is having a great concern for the perceptions that others have of us and attempting to control our behavior to adapt to that impression and situation. Question: what do you think is the most helpful and effective way for a manager to use their power to influence employees? Thank you very much for listening to my PowerPoint presentation number 10.